Hey everybody, I'm Katie Sise and I wrote the Boyfriend app, and I'm also a jewelry designer. So Harper Teen had the idea that we could actually show you how to make one of the pieces that was featured in the Story Crush giveaway. This is a piece that I made inspired by Lindsay, who is Audrey's best friend in the Boyfriend app, and she's a fashion blogger, so very ahead on trends, and I thought this one would suit her. These pieces are actually a lot easier to make than you might think, and they're pieces that I've been designing since I started my line in 2005. This was a piece I did for Lucky for a shoot on different materials used, so chains and leather and things like that. Here's one with a lot of different chains and stones, and the great thing about this is they look complicated and they're really not. So I should be able to show you how to do this. The only thing you're going to need is a bunch of chains, anything you want. They can be something that you already have, maybe something that like a strand of pearls that you might not otherwise wear, but we want to make it a little edgier and more wearable. So any chains you can find. If you don't have any at home or if you can't borrow any from somebody, you can actually find chains like these at a craft store, and they're, depending on your budget, you can do it really cheaply. They don't have to be expensive. So you'll want to buy them in a spool, or say you want to buy like 2 feet of each or 3 feet just to be safe. So let's start with this one. There's not a lot of measuring involved. We're actually only going to measure the first chain just to make sure that it will go around your neck. And of course mine are totally tangled, as they usually are. So let's see. We'll take this one. We want to make sure that it basically just fits kind of like that around your neck. Once you've got that chain, you're going to set it up in front of you, and the way I do it is I kind of like to put it out in front of me so that I can see what it will look like when it's on. These are pliers and wire cutters. You can get away with the scissors if you don't want to buy one of these. Pliers are pretty necessary though, so we'll cut the chain here. Okay, and now we're done with this one. So here we go. This will be the first chain on our piece. And the next one will be a layer of pearls. So my favorite thing about this look is that it's just a way to use pearls, which are so ladylike, so delicate, but in a little bit of an edgier way. I don't know about you, but I haven't worn a strand of pearls by themselves in a long time, but this is a way to kind of incorporate the look and keep it a little more youthful. I love a darker chain, so something like this will really add an edge. I like it right up against the pearls because you can really see the contrast in color. And again, you'll see I'm not measuring at all. It doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, I find with these, kind of the more just freely you do them, the better they come out. I also don't always write with an outline, so maybe that's just me that likes to wing it. So you'll have to decide what works the best as you're making these. Okay, so let's do this one. What we'll do is we'll kind of just do a 4-layer chain, 4-layer piece. Add as many as you want or as little as you want. You could have, I mean, I've done them with, you know, a dozen chains, 2 dozen chains all together, so just depending on the look. So the key thing for jewelry is what's called a jump ring, and a jump ring looks like this. And it's kind of integral to all jewelry making because it holds the pieces together. Again, you can find all of these things at a craft store. It doesn't need to be that expensive. These are sort of fancy schmancy sterling silver ones that are all scalloped, but any jump ring will do. So you can just ask somebody where a jump ring is, and anybody in a craft store will know what that is. So okay, so now you've got it all laid out in front of you, and you know how it's going to look once it's all pulled together. So you want to start with your longest chain, and you're going to put that right on the jump ring. So all I did was just put the chain through the little loop and on that jump ring. So we'll do the pearls and we'll do the top chain. And then I can actually do this with my fingers. So you might actually not even need a pliers for this one. I find they come in handy though. New York City, there's sirens. Sorry. Okay. Let's go on to the other side with our other jump ring. Come through here. Okay. Here we go. All the way with all the chains on there. I'm going to use the pliers here. Okay, so here we go. Now, you've got this all together. It's all hooked. I like to use a safety pin clasp. I just think they look cool. It's kind of a different look. You could also, if you're a little more traditional, you could use a regular clasp. Again, you'd find these in any craft store. And you could put that right onto your jump ring. I like to use a safety pin, and I'll show you why in a second. So what we're going to do is take any pin, kind of go through here, and then there you go. Got your multi-chain necklace. The cool thing about this is, actually wait, let's add a locket. Again, this is going to be where you need those jump rings. And you know what? Of course, I don't have an extra one down here. But I'll just tell you how to do it. So, okay, you have this locket. You would just take that same jump ring, kind of hook it through, and that would be off to the side like that. So the cool thing about these is you can wear them in a bunch of different ways. Once you've got the piece all together, kind of go like this. Take any of the chains up and around your neck, so you can wear them long and loose. You can pin this right through the center, which I think looks pretty awesome with the blazer and something like that. Or you can do the traditional way, which is going to be all the pieces up and behind your neck. So there you go. Got your Lindsay-inspired necklace. And I hope you enjoy wearing it.